Happy Saturday. That's right. We're hanging out again in the interwebs together. And I'm really excited to just spend another few moments together and move our body and help really create some nice mobility and openness in the body that isn't pain-free. If you've been taking these classes with me since COVID started, thank you for joining me. Hopefully you feel a difference after you do them. And I'm really excited for today's class. So while we wait for people to hop on, I'll give you kind of a little clue into what we're doing, what we're working on. So last Saturday, we worked on the core, and you guys were rock stars. You really were. I got the best messages from you, and I know some of you don't like core, but the benefits, you love the benefits. And I'm so, so proud of you for getting in there and doing some of those exercises that just change your body and help make it stronger. So, job well done. You should be so proud of yourself. So what we're gonna do today is, last week we focused a lot on that front side as a core, and today we're gonna focus on the back side. And I think you'll really be able to feel how they play with each other. When the back of your body and the front of your body are equally strong, just holding everything together, you feel so much better in your body. So I'm curious as we get started, anybody have back pain or want to comment below that you do? I'll have you know, since COVID started for the first time with just that whole complete disruption of my schedule, I've had back pain, and I know I manage it and it feels so much better, and I feel so much better in my body when I move and I'm really intentional about tackling it. But I'm curious as we get started if that's something that you've experienced as well. Because if it is, I'm really excited for you to do these exercises today. Now, as we get started, the important rule, you know I always say this, but I want these exercises for you to be just right, which means that Goldilocks philosophy, they're not too easy, but they don't change your body and make you stronger. They're also not too hard where they strain your body and they slow you down on your journey because you don't feel great afterwards, you get hurt, or maybe you create strain in your body. They are just right, they're under control, and they change your body. So that's what we're gonna focus on today, finding those just right movements for you. You'll see, we're gonna kind of alternate between the front and the back of the body, and you'll, I believe, notice a really significant difference in your body when you're done. I'm gonna check really quick. Some of you are saying some things. My abs were sore after the core. Boom! That's good. Everybody out there, I know, especially when I was in college, I hated being sore, and it made me kind of psychologically angry. Like, I just didn't like being sore. Until I realized that when you feel soreness, it means that you have worked at a level to create change in your body. So every time you feel like that, like as you sit down or you do a move and you feel it, you're like, dang, I changed my body. I was willing to work and do that. And that's really amazing. You're a rock star. High five. I have recurrent left low back pain. Okay, yeah, so many of us do, and it's all for different reasons. Interestingly enough, mine is more on the left side as well. So we're back pain soul sisters. And there's several reasons for that. I think what I want you to focus on as we go through these exercises is when I talk to any of my clients, when I do sessions with them, there's a big difference between being afraid of loading the left side of your body or using the left side of your body versus being intentional, where you're moving at a pace where you're in a conversation with your body where you know if you need to adjust or you know if it's not serving you that day. And so with the left side, there's going to be a tendency to kind of maybe load towards the right or kind of be really try to favor that left side. Just be conscious about trying to feel even stability through your back. All of these exercises, you'll notice, you can keep your hips level and you can keep your lower back really strong. And it's gonna help you in the future, moving forward. You learn an awareness of your body and a way for the left and right side to work together that just help reduce pain for decades. So it can be a really good thing. All right, we're gonna get started. And again, you're looking for those just right movements. So come on down onto your back. My favorite place in the world to start because your spine is supported. And I just want you to take 5 deep breaths as we start. And the purpose of those deep breaths is to The breath is so long and full that it communicates to your brainstem that you're calm. You're in a place of decision making. You're in a place of peace, not like stress or chaos, where it's going to start not letting you listen to your body as well. You can even close your eyes here for a few more breaths, just to really let your brain connect with your body and what you're feeling. As you exhale, feel this kind of heaviness spread through your body that just, it's like this release that lets your muscles reset, come down to neutral before we start moving. Do it one more time. Just take a really big, slow breath and really let yourself lean into that exhale sensation. Good. All right, open your eyes if you have them closed. I want you to firm up to your stomach like you almost feel like you're doing a crunch. Then with that support, you're going to pull your right knee in, hold it. Pull your left knee in, hold it. And kind of like a frog in a pot, I just want you to slowly feel like you pull the knees down. This is you checking in right now to notice if you get any spidery sensations or signals through your lower back and the back of your hips that they're tight. Just deep, slow roll down. Good. And then you release that pressure just as slowly, and now begin to circle your knees around in a circle. You should notice that sensation of your body kind of rolling around across the mat. It's moving your fascia, it's moving your muscle, it's helping stimulate just a lot of really good things in the backside of your body. Just pay attention so you're not like rolling over something that hurts or a nerve or something that's sensitive. You just don't want to grind into it. Just be really present. Switch directions. Go the other way. It's just nice and loose. We're warming up the body so that way all the strength moves we do are done very safely. Now go ahead and put your feet down wider than your body and rock your knees side to side. I've been working with this girl. She's going off to college, and she's like, I think I've memorized this warm-up that you do. And I'm like, I hope you have, because then it means that you can do it at college when you're not here anymore. And it's because I've experimented and I've tried so many other things, and I'm like, this is such a wonderful way to make sure your back is open and neutral before you start any of the strength work. So just go side to side a few more times. Let it feel nice. Enjoy just that loose, gentle movement. Good. And then bring your knees up to the ceiling. Now, step your feet hip distance apart, and then you're going to lift your right knee in towards your chest, and we're just going to do some hip circles to make sure that the hip is warmed up and your stomach stays toned. It's helping support the weight of the leg. And I want you to know that this movement can start very small. It might look really tiny. And that's a beautiful thing. If you're aware of that's where your body needs to be today, I want you to sit in that. And then just find if you can maybe give it a little bit more space and rotation, because the larger it gets, the more you're really nourishing and keeping that inside of the hip socket really healthy. Sweet. Put that right foot down, pick the left knee up, and then same thing. You're just going to slowly do those circles. Let them start small. You're really paying attention to what you notice in your leg as you circle around, and then it can start to slowly get bigger, especially as you feel control. I'm not concentrating as much, but you should feel like this spine, your core, it's not rocking and rolling. It's very, very stable as you move this hip around. 2 more. Nice. Okay, good work. Now we're going to start to wake up the core and also your back as well. So lift the right knee back up, and I want you to push the hand into the knee and push the knee into the hand. This is an isometric exercise. Nothing's changing in the shape of your leg, but you're stimulating the muscle to really turn on work. I want you to control the intensity, but play with it. Hey, how much more intense can you make this? How much more power can you put into that leg? And then really feel that power and that pressure for another 5, another 4, another 3. Turn it on. You got this. Nice. And then release. It's going to feel good. You just activated that quad in the front of the thigh. Same thing left side. Put your hand again and feel it get firm. And then kind of like a frog in the pot again, go slow so you know, okay, my hip's lined up. It's not sending me any signals that it doesn't like where I am. And then you start to really turn it on. You're going to feel the muscles contract in your arm, and they really get strong in your thigh. And that's strengthening your muscle at a pretty powerful rate without moving anything. See if we can increase that intensity a little bit more. Really hold it, keep it up there for 3, 2, 1, and then release, set it down. Nice. Can you feel how that activates your core? That's stabilizing that front side before we start working the back side. Okay, now right leg comes up again. You'll push against the thigh, but here I actually want you to float the left leg up to 45 degrees. So there's a little push of your hand against the knee. Don't let it just kind of sag and drop in. So there's a push. And then you're gonna really listen to your body. I want your stomach on an exhale to suck itself as deep down into your body as you can. It's your transverse abdominals. Those are so important. Those stay down, and you're just gonna lower this foot and raise it up. Now, how do you know how far to lower? The moment you feel your lower back start to want to lift off the ground, that's when you know you're done. Because your body gets stronger and it changes, and you want to teach it to really recruit your muscles in this place of stability. And I know you can feel it. This is a good one. I want you to feel control. If you're not really controlling movement, it's going to seem easier. You want to let your body really stay focused. Got another 3. You can feel that really waking up your core. Number 2. Nice. Remember, only go as low as you feel control in your core and your torso. Nice. And then you'll switch it out. Push against the left knee. It's not just hanging, you're pushing. That right leg extends. Point your toes. You should feel kind of a little like, I don't know why I feel like a ballerina. This is nothing like a ballerina pose, and probably it's simply because I'm pointing my toes. But keep that sensation of sucking your stomach in, and feel like there's this little element of grace to the movement. You're not muscling it out. You're really training your body to work in a place of power. So you're not creating strain, you're just going to slowly create strength. I want you to feel that stomach tighten in even more. So there's not a lot of popping or moving in this thigh. It's really strong, the toe is pointed. And if this is burning, I promise this is not a core class. It's good though, because you're gonna be all warmed up. Another 3, you got this. Another 2, another 1, nice. Pull your knees into your chest, just let your lower back relax, kind of roll side to side. Good work. Nice. All right, so from here, you're just gonna roll yourself right on over onto your stomach, because now we're gonna start working into the back. You're gonna alternate between the 2. And this movement, let it be small. I don't want you to strain your body because you're like, oh, it has to look grand and glorious. No, it doesn't. It needs to activate your back muscles in a really safe, powerful way. So what it looks like is you're gonna put your fingertips on the back of your head. Now, if you're just strengthening your upper back, here's what your movement might look like. Just this little lift and rotation of the left elbow up. You come down and take a deep breath. And then there's this little rotation of the right elbow up. So you're going to twist between elbows, and you're going to really feel that in the muscles along your spine between your shoulder blades. If you feel a little stronger in your back, fingertips around the back of the head, and you're going to add the opposite leg. So as you lift that left elbow up, you really squeeze your right glute and lift the right leg up. And you come right back down. Opposite arm, opposite elbow. And you want to feel like your brain continues to ask your back muscles to really do the work for you. And I don't want you to keep going, a sense of strain. I want you to feel like there's this smoothness to it where you're really turning on the muscle, you're asking it to work, you're asking it to get stronger. But you're not straining to just get another inch or 2 higher. You're in your house, you're not in a gym, there's no body you're comparing yourself to. I want you to feel really good. Feel that flow in your body here. For just another 2 each side. See where you can get to. Don't forget to squeeze your glute. I want your glute really strong. Nice work. Then put your hands by your side, nice and close to your ribs. You're going to slowly push up onto your knees. Walk your knees forward and we'll come into a child's pose. It really helps to feel like your knees are rolling themselves away from each other. And then you'll walk your hands forward and just take a deep breath. Good. One more deep breath. Really hear it in your body. Deep breath. Nice work. And then you're going to come up onto your hands and your knees. And here, I just want you to turn on your back muscles and have that sensation of also simultaneously really sucking the stomach up and in So you activate your transverse abdominis. You're teaching your body motor muscle memory, which is good for having it safely do a lot of movements in your life. Toes are curled down on the ground. And then it's so easy to hang your head. I want you to lift your head and your neck up so they feel like they're really in line with your spine. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, feel that tummy pull up into your body and your knees float up off the ground. Take a deep breath. Inhale. On the exhale, pull your stomach up a little tighter. And then set down. Something to check in as we do that second set. It's really easy to kind of drop into your back. I want you to push up into your back. Here we go, second set. Setting up with a breath. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, really pull that tummy up, lift the knees off the ground. You're pushing into your back. There's a slight rounding sensation. All those powerful back muscles are activated for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Bring your knees back down to the ground. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit more of a back stimulation. So your left fingertips are gonna come up onto the back of your head as you take an inhale. Open up your elbow and really twist the chest up. As you exhale, you're bringing that elbow all the way down to the inside of your right knee. Lift up and then come down to that opposite knee. You should feel a lot of movement in your back. It's making sure there's no tightness, no stickiness. We're just adding some mobility before we get back to some more strength. Another 2. This is so good for just the health of your spine. You should feel so proud of yourself for just taking a moment in the day to just move your spine. Same thing, other side. Really open and then bring that elbow down, opposite knee. Notice, just get really present in your body. Does this feel the same as the other side, or does this feel any different? When you do these back-to-back single-sided exercises, it's an amazing way to just get information about your body and be like, am I even? Is there anything different? Is one side or the other stronger or weaker? And it lets you know, so you can start to kind of watch your movement patterns and see where that may be coming from. Another 2. Another 1. Nice. And then you're gonna walk your hands way out in front of you and just lower your wrists down to the ground, your forearms to the ground, and get a big stretch through your back. And take a deep breath. Take one more deep breath. And then walk your hands up. Go ahead and curl your toes so you can bring some of your weight down into your heels. And I know if you took a long walk or if your feet are tight, this is not fun, but it's so important for the health of your arches and your feet. You can always have your hands on the ground. You don't have to just jam all of your weight down into your legs. Have as much weight as you can. Take one more deep breath. Good. Okay, so working that back, we're gonna take a little detour and get into the side because your core and your lower back pain is dominated by how much this whole wrap really helps and stays strong and works together. So you're gonna come down onto your side, and there's gonna be 2 different options. Now, the important thing when you're here on your side is to really make sure that your elbow is right underneath your shoulder and your shoulder's not rolled back. There's no backward push here. It's forward, and it's like this plane of glass right here. You could rub your hands along it and be like, yeah, my bicep and my shoulder, they're stacked right on top of each other. And then your knees are gonna be bent on the ground because we're gonna do this with a bent knee instead of with straight legs for side plank. If you're just building up your shoulder strength, I want you just to lift your hips a little and hover and feel those oblique muscles turn on. If you're strong, then I want you to kick that top leg straight and you're gonna start to move it in a circle. 10 times, circle forward. It's nice and slow and you're really lifting through this bottom hip the whole time. Think about control. Squeeze the muscles in your back. Feel your breath slow down so your body feels under control while you move. Breathe. Nice. And then finish. Bring your hips down and take a deep breath. Can you feel how much that fires up all the muscles under there? It's crazy. It's so good though. And remember, be picky. I should have said it on the first side. If you feel anything at all in your shoulder, come right back down Reset, pull that shoulder back, engage your shoulder blade. You should be confident that your shoulder joint is saying yes to you doing this. There's no discomfort that it's causing, only tiredness, that's fine. You can be like, whoa, that's weak, and that's okay. So now reset up, push your palms, spread your fingers, get that shoulder back, shoulder blade engaged, knees down on the ground. Remember, you can just play with coming up from the hips. You can always come down and take a rest if you need to. If you're a little too far away from your hand, adjust. You should feel like you can have that force going straight down into the ground. Then float that top leg up. Just imagine like a circle about the size of a basketball. So it's very under control. I know you can't see my whole leg, so just imagine that basketball. Control. Don't make it fast. Don't make it easy. There's this tension and resistance inside your body. Your core is really strong. You could always take a break and come down and lift back up. But this is incredible for just tightening in that corset of the body. Squeeze your butt. Feel everything. It's a team working together. Breathe. Little circle the size of a basketball. Nice. And then release. Come down. Nice work. That's so good. Now, most people I know do not do push-ups, and they are not good at push-ups. We just don't give them time and space. I'm not going to have you do a full push-up. However, I'm going to have you do a little baby motion that's similar to a push-up, because it's going to help us really train your back muscles, your trap muscles, to be stronger in your body. And you're going to see you have full control over the intensity of this exercise, so that way you're going to feel really confident in your body. Come on up to your hands and your knees, and you want to have your knees behind you enough so you can actually drop your hips. Now this is going to be a tricep move. Listen, I promise this is going to be okay for everybody. This is going to be okay. Now, your back is strong. You could hold this if this was hard for you, and you would be changing your body. So I want you to celebrate that. If this feels okay, you want to keep your elbows close to your body because it's a tricep push-up, and you're going to come down 2 or 3 inches, just a little bit, and come back up. So that way you actually feel it in the back of your triceps, but you also feel that your upper back stays really strong. For most of us, we're a little weak, so our chest is going to kind of lean down between our shoulders. I want you to only bend as far as you can keep your spine really pushing up between your hands. Let it be tiny. Let your brain really be in charge of the movement. Even if you're just holding this, your shoulders and your upper back are going to start to feel it. I want you pushing into that upper back. Do not release the upper back. Push into it and keep it strong. Another 3. Another 2. Another 1. Good. Take your knees forward. The knees roll out. Just relax your hips back and feel that nice counter stretch through your upper back and through your chest. Take a deep breath. Hear your breath. Maybe breathe out through your mouth. Big inhale, and then nice slow exhale. Good. Here, come down onto your stomach. You have 2 moves left that are so important for your back. So while you're here, think about making an X with your body. So you'll actually spread your feet apart about the distance of a yoga mat, and you'll spread your arms apart like an X. You want to get those back muscles to squeeze and lift you up. So level 1 would be just to lift your arms and then come back down, and you can't hold anymore. Level 2, you're going to squeeze your butt, lift your arms and your legs, hold, come down. When you can't come down, can't stay up anymore. Level 3, if that feels okay, you're going to lift up, squeeze your butt. Then I want you to hold that, really squeeze, especially through your glutes. You have to keep asking them to stay contracted, they'll relax. You're just going to pull your elbows back, get a little scapular retraction. Keep asking your glutes to squeeze and support your lower back and be strong. You take breaks and come back down or come back up. But we're doing another one of those for the back, isometric holds, where it doesn't get to change shape. Muscle isn't being stretched. It's being challenged with a huge amount of resistance and tension. Really squeeze your butt. Remember, take a break if you need to. You are slowly building strength in your body. That journey is really special to you. It doesn't look like anyone else's. Just a couple more seconds here. Just to really get those muscles stronger. I know you're feeling it. Feel your breath get really slow. And then release. It's going to feel so good to turn your glutes and your back off. And you should be proud, because the only reason it feels good is because you just worked it and challenged it. Now let's get that counter stretch. Plant your hands, your wrists right underneath your elbows. Squeeze your elbows so tight. Lift your chest up and put your weight into your knees and push your hips back. Walk your knees forward one more time. I always just like to reset. Stretch back out. One more child's pose. Deep breath. All right, so now we have the final challenge move. And this one is supposed to feel the hardest. You are warm. You have used your muscles. And this is one where you just put the cherry on top of the sundae and get a little bit stronger in your body. So in your brain, I want you to just kind of imagine like, this is mine. This is my territory. I'm staking my claim to a back that feels good and to a body that works for me. And we're just going to see where we're at today, challenge the body, and take it one breath at a time. So this is what it looks like. You're on your hands and your knees. It's a multi-part movement. It's going to feel so weird the first time you do it. Let it be weird. And then you're going to notice the second time it feels less weird. And then the third time, you're going to start to feel like you got it, because your muscles want to learn patterns that we give them. So you're on your hands and your knees. And when you're here, a lot of us, we don't even know that we relax our ribs and our lower back. It creates a lot of tension back there. So first step is to really pull the ribs up, to lift and suck the stomach into the body, just like you were laying on your back. And if your back's already tired, if you stayed here, made your ribs pull up, made your stomach pull up, and held that, you'd be conditioning really good muscle memory in your body, and that's amazing. Now, if that feels okay, then you're actually going to float your knees off the ground. This is not a fast movement, nice and slow. You're going to shift your weight into your right hand and your feet. You're going to slowly take your left hand over, touch the right knee, put it back down. Flat back, ribs up, stomach in. Same thing other side, right hand touches the left knee. Now, stay on your toes. Start to slowly push yourself back until you can rock your weight into your feet. As you come up, your back is so flat, it's like a deadlift. Flat, flat back, elbows lifting up, and then you're going to slowly push your hips forward, come up to standing, and then take your right knee up, twist your left elbow towards the right knee, stand back down, and then twist other side. Stand back down, come right back to that flat back, bent legs, let the hands come down to the ground, walk yourself back out to that hands and knees, strong back, ribs pulling up, stomach in, tap that left hand to the right knee, set down, get strong, don't rush these. You're teaching control, power. Right hand taps, you're gonna slowly walk your hands back so you're in that kind of half deadlift position. Now we're gonna add a deadlift in between. Feel that first opposite hand, opposite knee crunch, come down, flat, strong. Strong back, other side, come down flat, strong back. Release your hands down to the mat, walk yourself back out. You should feel your heart rate high. I don't want you to rush these. If you have to have the knees down, have the knees down and tell your brain to keep your back really strong. And then keep that back straight and strong. As you rock your weight back into your heels, lift the hands up. Come on up nice and slow. I know you're feeling it. Come right back down, flat back, bent knees, up and twist, flat back, bent knees. Hands come down to the ground. This is your last one. Walk out. One, between you and victory. Left hand touches, nice and slow. Right hand touches, and I know you're like, you didn't say anything about my thighs. That's right, they're getting stronger. Hands come up, nice and slow. Twist, come back down, feel yourself nice level hips. Come on up, nice and slow, level hips. Come back down, you should feel so good. Hands come down to the ground. Drop your knees. Child's pose. You just did that. You should have a smile on your face. Big breath. Good. One final deep, deep breath. Smile on your face. You just chose to show your body a different movement pattern, to see what it gave you, and to strengthen your body. Nice. Now slowly come on up, hands and knees. And we're just gonna move our spine, oh so softly, cat-cow. Drop your hips down, pull your chest forward and look up, and then reset. Now, when I was younger, I thought cool downs were so dumb. I didn't have time for a cool down. When I was done, I was done. But here's the science. It's crazy, you guys. It took a lot of energy for your body to do, especially that last move. It pushed you up into the sympathetic nervous system where your body responds to stress. Now, if you don't cool down and you don't send your brain the signal that you're safe and you're done and your breath is getting deep again, you stay up there, riding high in that sympathetic nervous system, and you wonder why you're extra tired at the end of the day. So your body never got the signal, it could be off. So right now, I want you to feel your breath get slower and deeper as you slowly move through these cat-cows. Feel your brain getting the message loud and clear. Thank you for all of that energy and all of that effort. Now we're going to reset. Get back into that parasympathetic nervous system. Good. Walk your hands out in front of you one more time softly. Just lower your chest towards the ground. Get a big stretch through your shoulders and your chest. And again, deep breath. Those exhales, they just feel like they turn your body into butter. There's so much softness and release as you exhale. Nice. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Come on up to a standing position. And then I want you to take your hands and cross them, put them over your heart. Step your feet hip distance apart. And then just tilt your ribs side to side. So you get this light stretch through your ribs. Your breath gets even slower. You'll notice you can still feel your heart rate still high. Breathe. Keep those exhales coming nice and slow. And then finally, let your hands hang down. And I just want you to swing your body. You can actually kind of feel your hands just softly hit your waist. There's this looseness to the twist. Your knees are relaxed, but they're not really twisting. The twist is coming from your upper body. Let your eyes kind of gaze at nothing. Just for a moment, it's like they're not trying to send you information. You're just rolling side to side. Your body's relaxed side to side. 3 more deep breaths here. Find exhales that just flow through your whole body. Resetting the nervous system. Nice. And then come back to the front. Once again, cross your hands over your heart. And I want you to feel your body. Feel that heat in your body from pumping your blood. It's just fresh blood coursing to every square little inch, every little bitty cell and crook and cranny of your body, and it needs it so much. You just did that. Feel your heartbeat. That cardiovascular health you give yourself when you escalate the heart rate and make it work. Make it pump. And then finish, we're going to celebrate the change you just created in your body, because when you celebrate something and you call attention to it, your brain remembers. It says yes more easily the next time. And moving your body, it changes everything. It changes your life. So pick a word or phrase that really helps you celebrate what you just did, how you just created change in your body. And we're going to finish with 3 deep breaths together. Take a big inhale. Just imagine you are pulling in that word or phrase into your body and really celebrating with every piece of you. As you exhale, that part of your brain that says that should have been easier, well, that shouldn't have been that hard, let that flow out. It does not serve you. It doesn't change anything. Take a second deep breath. Pull in that word or phrase. I want you to respect that you just moved your body. And then as you exhale, release those outside pictures and voices of, well, this is how cool you should look when you work out. No, you are human moving your body, and it is hard, and you crushed it. Third deep breath. This one's huge. Breathe in deep, so deep it feels like it lifts you up through the top of your head. See the balloons fall, see the confetti. You are celebrating the movement in your body. And as you exhale, just let yourself feel peace from the top of your head to the tips of your feet. Why? Because you're not judging anything you did. The movements you did for you, they were good. You're setting it down. It was so good for you today. And then blink your eyes open if you have them closed. Take an inhale, reach your right hand out in front of you. That final acknowledgement, place it on your left shoulder. Inhale, left hand out in front of you, place it on the right shoulder. Give yourself that pat on the back and a hug. You are appreciating the fact that you just took care of yourself. And I'm appreciating the fact that you joined me and you did that. That is not easy. That is so good for your body. You guys get double high five. Nice work. You should feel victorious. You just figured things out about your body. Even if you did 2 of those, that creates change in your body. And you should be really proud. So, hey, I see all of you who are joining. I'm so happy you could join. It's just nice to know there's other people in the world who want to move their body. It's so good. It's so good for you. So if you have any questions, let me know. I always come back and check in the comments just in case, especially if you're watching this on a replay, which means you're awesome. You jumped in and did it. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Amy. Oh my gosh, I would have upped my game if I'd known I was working out with you, but that's what I tell people not to do, so. I think it's fun you tuned in. You guys, Amy is so good at just doing natural movement and then really healthy movement for the body. And if you're in Ohio, you should click on her name and check her out. Hey Jennifer, I'm so glad you could join. This is so good for me. That's awesome. I love hearing that. And this is just time 1. I promise you, with any kind of sequence like this, you give your body a chance to see it again. It is always learning. It is always assimilating. And so it just kind of spirals up. And you should be proud of yourself for pausing to move your body. Marilyn, love this move for my lower back. Yes, it doesn't seem like they're the exact movements that would shift it, but they really do target the muscles around the lower back that really help keep it strong. So again, any questions, comment, let me know. And I will see you hopefully next Saturday at noon for another movement. So we've done the core, we've done the back. We're gonna be doing something completely different next week. It should be awesome. So everybody out there, have an amazing, amazing Saturday. And you're awesome. Thanks, guys.